kill the mics.
No, it doesn't kill the mics.
Oh, well.
You don't have to do anything. They're both off.
Oh, never mind.
Yeah. You're fine. Oh no, wait, this one's on. What's happening? Oh. Yeah. Wait, it's actually kind of tough. Well, I forgot to tell you what to do at the bottom. wait. Spencer, can we play the YMCA next time? Why not? What else can we play? What else?
Testing, testing. 1, 2, 3.
Testing, testing. 1, 2, 3.
Good afternoon and welcome to the McDonogh Press Box. I'm Jack McKinnell.
And I'm Noah Renner.
It's another Friday, another McDonogh School home football game. Today's opponent is the Green Street Chargers.
Yes, Green Street Academy. We haven't seen them at all. This is our first time playing them. They have not been that good this year, but we have, so hopefully that leads to a good result for us.
McDonogh's record on the year so far is 4-0. Green Street is 2-2 so far this year. And get the national anthem here at the stadium. We will return after it's over.
We are back, and we are waiting to see who won the toss.
McDonogh looks to keep their hot winning streak alive. They've looked absolutely phenomenal this season. They've had a great offense led by Giovanni Procaccini, running back, Preston Howard, quarterback, and Dante Trader, wide receiver.
Yes, last week was the first really close game of the season against Bullis, a 31-20 victory in which Preston threw and ran for a combined 4 touchdowns.
It's been great work so far by the Eagles. Week 1, they had a convincing win over Berks Catholic High School. And the week after that, it was against Franklin with another large victory. Both of those games ended with a mercy rule by McDonogh, which means the clock runs non-stop after a team's up by 35 points.
Yes, there's been a very hot start for the Eagles, and they look to continue it with another victory against Green Street Academy before getting into conference play next week against Calvert Hall. And it looks like Green Street Academy will be kicking off.
Looks like 18 Tang and Jameer Roberts back to return for the McDonogh Eagles. That's numbers 8 and 9 respectively. In our game against Berks Catholic, week 1, 18-10 returned the opening kickoff for a touchdown for the electric start the McDonogh Eagles season.
Yes, and kicking for Green Street. Very interesting formation. Kind of a squib.
That was number 39, Ethan Robinson, on the return there. It'll be 1st and 10 for the Eagles from their own 42-yard line.
Yes, very good field position for the Eagles to start off this game versus Green Street Academy.
You see Preston Howard take the field here with the Eagles offense. They'll look to do something great on their first drive here. It's always great to go up early, put some points on the board. See, Howard starts under center. That's rare for the Eagles. They usually run a shotgun formation. They got the eye going right now. That is running back Giovanni Procaccini coming out of the backfield. He gets a hole up the middle, breaks a few tackles, continues to break off his huge run. He's at the 20, 15, breaks another tackle, 10, 5. And they call it a touchdown. And huge start for the Eagles. That was an incredible run by Procaccini. That's a 58-yard touchdown for the Eagles on their first play from scrimmage. Procaccini just found a hole up the middle, continued to break tackles. Great work there.
Exactly the start the Eagles wanted. Giovanni continues his electric running. And now the Eagles have a chance to go up 7-0. Again, scoring off the first play from scrimmage.
We'll see kicker number 16, Harrison Beatty here. He's been great for the Eagles so far this season. 5 for 6 for field goals and 15 for 16 on extra points.
Hold is by Jack Dudas.
Hold is good. Kick is up and through. Another extra point good for Beatty. Score, Eagles 7, Green Street 0.
All right, that was a fast start. And a good sign for the Eagles against this team that doesn't really look like the best team. Green Street Academy, don't know much about them. They only started football a couple years ago. They're a generally new program from Baltimore. And we'll just see how they stack up against this Eagles team. But right now, the Eagles have dominated off the first play.
Obviously, the last time the Eagles scored so quickly, the rest of the game went very well for them in their 38-7 victory against Berks Catholic. We'll see Beatty with the kickoff here from the 40-yard line. We got 2 returners back for Green Street. Beatty has also been great on kickoffs, getting a touchback almost every time so far this season. Green Street prepares to return with 11 minutes and 41 seconds left in the first quarter. Beatty with a booming kick right out of the back of the end zone. Be 1st and 10 for the Chargers at their own 20-yard line.
Now we get to see what this Green Street offense can do, led by their quarterback. We'll see who they trot onto the field. They have 2 quarterbacks listed on the sheet.
Eagles defense has also been phenomenal this year, led by players such as Jackson Bonnet, number 25, Aiden Hurdle, number 20, and Dennis Sutton, number 33.
Shotgun formation for Green Street Academy.
Oh, looks like the Eagles jumped off sides there.
That's exactly the start Green Street wanted.
Eagles D-line bit on that hard snap by the Chargers quarterback.
False start, McDonogh.
Their quarterback's number 3.
Okay. Their quarterback is number 3, Sean Thompson Jr., a sophomore, only 5'11".
That's a senior there for the Chargers, actually, I believe.
Not bad.
That's
Motion.
Thompson out of a shotgun again. Got motion across. That's an end around to number 2, Chris Butler. Oh, big hit there for the Eagles at the end of the play. That's a gain of 6 yards for the Chargers. Be 2nd and 4.
You usually do the other team. I usually do that too. Remember?
Yeah.
Tackle made by 18 to Tang Tang. 2nd down.
Right, 2nd down for Green Street Academy. Nice little gain on 1st down off the jet sweep.
Okay, 2nd and 4 here from their own 26-yard line. We see Thompson under center. It's a handoff up the middle for the Chargers. Stuffed it right past the line of scrimmage. It'll be a gain of 2 yards, 2nd and 2.
It'll actually be 3rd down now third and 2 for
Yeah,
the
third
Green
and
Street
2 there.
Academy.
Third down, Green Street Academy.
We'll see what they come out with. They've run the first 2 plays of the drive.
Yet to see Thompson's arm. We'll see his power.
Got a couple big guys on the O-line for Green Street Academy. Hope we get some more movement.
Got Thompson under center, 2 running backs in the backfield, 1 receiver out wide to the right, or to the left. Another handoff for the Chargers. It'll be a close one. Looks like it could be a first down. Looks like he stopped just short, though.
If I'm Green Street, I will go for this. This is McDonogh is a team that is better than you, and you just want to put some points on the board. So we'll see what they decide to do here.
It's a big play here for the Chargers and the Eagles. Eagles looking to make a stop here. That'd give them really good field position for their next drive. Chargers want to convert this 4th down to keep their drive alive.
Guess we'll see what Green Street decides to do here, if they snap the ball at all. Looking like, all right, aces set. 2 receivers to the left, 2 to the right.
Got 1 running back in the backfield along with Thompson in the shotgun. Oh, and he gets the Eagles to jump off sides.
Undisciplined football by Dom Solis, number 21, who's usually one of the most disciplined players on the team.
That's the second offsides penalty on the Eagles this drive. The snap counts by the Chargers quarterback are really throwing the Eagles D-line off.
No matter what team you're playing, you have to play disciplined football. And it will be a first down for the Green Street Chargers. Let's see what formation they come out in now.
1st and 10 from their own 34-yard line.
Like a lot of guys at the line.
Yep. Thompson lines up in the shotgun. He got 2 receivers to the left, 1 to the right. Got movement across the formation. Fakes the end around, and Thompson will keep the ball around to the left. He is brought down for a 1-yard gain there. Eagles were all over that right in the Chargers' backfield.
Followed up on the initial contact by Dom Solis, getting back for that offsides he had. And it will be 2nd and long for Green Street Academy.
A couple substitutions for the Chargers here.
Getting some fresh bodies in, especially against a physical defense like McDonogh. You need to keep getting guys in and out for rest. Will be 2nd down and 9.
Thompson lines up under center. Got an I formation here. 2 running backs in the backfield. 1 receiver split out wide left. It's a handoff to the right to number 8,
fumble.
Kyrie Elliott. The fumble is out. That is recovered by Jackson Bonnets, who returns it for a touchdown. Incredible defensive play by number 25, Jackson Bonnets. Picked up that fumble and ran it all the way to the house.
Bonnets had an electric game last time we played at home against Franklin, and he is continuing off that momentum, scoring and putting the Eagles up early, 13-0.
Bonnets is the tackles leader for the Eagles so far this season with 21 tackles in the Eagles' 4 games. Also has 1 sack and 8 tackles for loss.
That was deny Dennis Sutton, who forced the fumble.
Yeah, Jack Dudas and Harrison Beatty on the hold and kick, respectively. Beatty's 1 for 1 so far tonight on extra points. See, a lot of high school teams end up going for 2-point conversions because they're not confident in their kicker, but the Eagles are. Oh, I jinxed
you
him.
announcer
I jinxed
jinx,
him.
announcer jinx.
That is unfortunate. Beatty misses his 2nd extra point of the season. Score, Eagles 13, Chargers 0.
You witnessed it here, Eagles fans. The announcer jinx by Jack McKinnell. But, hey, the Eagles will take a 13-0 lead. It's not often that Beatty misses a kick. It's probably a holding problem. And he will look to get a good kickoff and send the Green Street offense back onto the field.
That's 2 scores already with 8 minutes left in the game. Or with 8 minutes left in the first quarter. That's only 4 minutes into the game. That great run by Giovanni Procaccini and the fumble return by Jackson Bonnets. Looks the Eagles' offense and defense have looked unstoppable so far today.
Yes, it is very early in the game, and the Eagles are already dominating on both sides of the football. If not for some undisciplined football, it would have been 3 and out for the Green Street right off the bat.
Beatty lines up for the kick. Got 2 returners back for the Chargers. A huge kick by Beatty, and the Chargers will let it go out at the back of the end zone.
Touchback.
Another touchback for Beatty. 1st and 10 from the Chargers' 20-yard line.
Let's see if this Green Street offense can get it and do something. They've only run the ball, as we've seen, like Franklin, like Berks Catholic did. Eagles really haven't faced any passing offenses at home yet.
Don't see a ton of passing or air raid offenses in high school, as a lot more teams are confident in their running backs. But quarterback Preston Howard and backup Chris Jenner for the Eagles have both been great with their arms and legs so far this season. Howard's a great dual threat quarterback.
Yes, Howard is 2nd on the team in rushing yards this year on only 36 attempts.
Thompson lines up in the snap. You got 1 running back in the backfield. There he is. He drops back to pass. Quick slant to number 6, Leon Sharp. That'll be a gain of 5 yards there.
Nice play for a short little gain of yards for Green Street Academy. We'll be 2nd and manageable now.
It's good to see when these teams draw up quick plays that are like guaranteed yards there. It's a almost unguardable quick slant. First read for the quarterback Thompson. Easy completed pass. It'll be 2nd and 5 here.
Got 1 running back in the backfield, 2 receivers to the left, 2 to the right. Our aces formation, as we call it. The Eagles will look for another turnover.
Thompson's in the shotgun. He takes a snap, hands it off to number 45, Daniel Griffin, the running back. That's a gain of 3 yards there for the Chargers. It'll be 2nd and 2. 3rd and 2, I'm sorry.
Good little gain by Green Street Academy. The Eagles will look to stop them again on 3rd down.
Green Street Academy.
Last thing Green Street wants is the Eagles scoring another touchdown, so they will want to convert this.
2nd and short here. Will most likely be a run. You see the Eagles are stacking the box there. They got 4 linemen plus their 3 linebackers close to the line of scrimmage. Looking for a good run stop here. And 2 more linebackers. Curtis Jacobs goes up to the line for the Eagles. There's movement across the formation. Oh, the Eagles broke through. Interception by Jackson Bonnets. Looks to return. 5, touchdown. Jackson Bonnets, his 2nd defensive touchdown of the game. Absolutely incredible work by the Eagles defense.
Already 20-0.
Eagles defensive line showed the blitz there, blew through the Chargers O-line like it was Swiss cheese. Quarterback Thompson had to throw it away right into Bonnets' arms. Great work there. Another touchdown return for Jackson Bonnets, his 2nd of the day.
Now that was a designed screenplay, but Curtis Jacobs blew through that so quickly that the quarterback just hoped that his running back was staying in the backfield, but threw it to find Jackson Bonnets running the other way. That's another touchdown for the stud senior.
Oh, we'll see Beatty try to redeem himself here. Kick was almost blocked, but it's up and good. Score, Eagles 20, Chargers 0. It's a bloodbath here today, folks. We're only halfway through the 1st quarter, and the score is 20-0.
Yes, it has been just perfect start for the Eagles. 2 defensive touchdowns, and we'll see what else happens.
It'll be a long day for Chargers fans.
There's a couple of them out there. And hopefully the quarterback could do something more on this drive.
Beatty walks back to the line of scrimmage, getting ready for the kickoff here. That's 2 men back to return again for the Chargers. That's number 2, Chris Butler, and number 4, Dayson Shell.
Harrison Beatty is getting the ball set up for the kickoff.
A couple more touchdowns here for the Eagles could put them into mercy rule territory.
Yeah, so 35-0 score would mandate a running of the clock without stoppage. Let's see the kickoff from Harrison Beatty.
Another huge kick from Beatty. Oh, and they look to return it this time. Oh.
Another touchback.
MIA rules, or high school rules, say that any kick caught in the end zone is automatically a touchback, so that will not give the Chargers a chance to return that kick.
Number 3 trots onto the field again for Green Street Academy, hoping just to do something with this offense against this amazing Eagles defense.
It'll be 1st and 10 again from their own 20-yard line. That's a consistent thing for the Chargers offense, considering Beatty's getting a touchback on every single kickoff.
They gotta hope to get a big play or something. They have not thrown the ball at all.
Chargers are stacking the line here. Quarterback is under center. That's an end around to number 8, Kyrie Elliott, who's crushed in the backfield.
That was denied Dennis Sutton, Marcus Oliver, and number 22, Niles Riding back there.
It's a loss of 5 yards there. It'll be 2nd and 15 for the Chargers.
Again, not what they wanted at all. 2nd and long now. Gotta hope for something if you're a Charger.
Yep, they'll need some sort of a miracle play to get through this Eagles crushing defensive line and linebackers. Thompson lines up in the shotgun. He's got one running back in the backfield. Drops back to pass, looks for his slants. Ball is tipped, almost intercepted again.
That was almost the 3rd turnover of the day. We're forced by this McDonogh Eagles defense, and it is 3rd and long. Another 3rd down. Hopefully they can send out their punting unit and not have to not throw turnover or fumble one away.
Eagles defense looking to make a stop here on 3rd and long. Hopefully get the ball back in Chargers territory for another quick score. Thompson lines up in the shotgun. You got one running back in the backfield. You got trips wide receivers out to the left. Drops back to pass again. Looks on the right. That is to number 8, Kyrie Elliott. Pass was complete for a gain of 6 yards. It'll be 4th and 9 here for the Chargers.
Gets a little over back, but it will be 4th and long. And it looks like their punting unit will see the field for the first time.
4th and 9, Green Street.
Just happy they should be happy that it wasn't a turnover right there. We will see the first out of their punter.
Punter looks like number 4, Dason Shell, I believe.
Yes, Green Street has a lot of players that play a lot of different positions.
Back to return for the Eagles is Curtis Jacobs. Oh, there's a flag on the play. Punt, it looks like straight up. Eagles are going to let it drop. Takes a McDonogh bounce.
Great field position for the Eagles.
There was a flag at the time of snap, though. Could be offsides for the Eagles or possibly a false start for the Chargers. We'll see. Looks like the Eagles offense is preparing to take the field, so most likely against the Chargers. Yep, that's a false start there.
The penalty will be declined. Eagles football. Will be another great starting field possession for the Eagles. Both of the last plays, they have not even let their offense get the ball. It has been touchdown by Jackson Bonnets. So now the ball will be put back in Preston Howard's hands.
Eagles offense got a really nice rest there. We'll see what Howard, Jackson Bonnets, and Giovanni Procaccini can do off their break.
You got to wonder what, if we keep this domination up, will it be the earliest time that Chris Jenner enters in of the season?
Eagles line up in the I formation again. Procaccini finds a hole, breaks through, jukes a man at the 15. He's to the 10, he's to the 5. Touchdown, Eagles. Nope, he's down at the 1.
I would question that call, but he did fumble it a bit at the goal line, so we will take down at the 1. Giovanni
Procaccini runs for about
the Eagles have an amazing rush offense, and Green Street does not have a rush defense. So that's the first down at the 1 for the Eagles.
Eagles use their great field position. The electric Procaccini broke off another huge run there,
boosting up his yards per carry.
Procaccini has had problems with fumbles so far this season. He fumbled a few times in the Franklin game, as well as fumbling out of bounds twice so far. Although one of them was after he scored. Preston Howard lines up in the I formation. Eagles at the goal line. Handoff is fullback Jackson Bonnets. He could have pushed across the plane of the end zone there at the very end.
They look like they're going to call him short.
Call him short, no touchdown. It'll be 2nd and inches there for the Eagles.
Can't believe I'm saying it, but Jackson Bonnets actually did not score. But he already has 2 touchdowns on the day. He was just looking for the hat trick there.
McDonogh stopped at the 1-yard line. 2nd and goal.
Well, it's 2nd and goal here for the Eagles. We'll see if they line up in that I again. And they do. Howard is under center. Got Curtis Jacobs out to the left, and it is Jameer Roberts out to the right for the receivers.
I formation again.
Handoff is to Procaccini, who walks into the end zone untouched.
Touchdown, Eagles.
Touchdown, Eagles. Another touchdown for Procaccini. He and Bonnets both have 2 on the day so far.
That is.
Procaccini has looked unstoppable so far.
Giovanni has been running great, and it is 26-0 Eagles already. This has the makings of a blowout unless Green Street can muster up some sort of offense.
See number 7, Chris Jenner, warming up on the sidelines. That's the Eagles' backup quarterback. We'll possibly see him in the 2nd quarter.
Another low kick from Harrison Beatty, but it goes through, so it will be 27-0 Eagles.
Still got 4 minutes left in the 1st quarter here. We'll see if the Green Street Academy Chargers can do something with their possession now.
Eagles are scoring fat, quickly, and have put up a large amount of points on the board.
If the Chargers want to have any sort of chance in this game, they're going to need to start scoring immediately.
Harrison Beatty will line up for his 4th kickoff of the game, I believe.
Already his 4th.
And the coaches are talking to Green Street. They should be walking out onto the field any second now.
Yep. Eagles kickoff team's preparing. It looks like the Chargers team's getting chewed out a bit by their coaches for this horrendous start. Although that's more about the talent of the Eagles team more than the lack of talent on the Chargers team.
Yes, this Green Street Academy team, it's a new team, newish team. They don't have a lot of Curtis Jacobs on their teams or Giovanni.
Yep, they're still building up their program.
They're just hoping to make a semi-good showing out of this game. And one more score with a 2-point conversion will enact the mercy rule already.
Beatty lines up the kickoff. We got 2 returners back for the Chargers. Beatty for the kickoff. And it is in the end zone yet again.
Football always falls perfectly at the front of the end zone. Another touchback for Harrison Beatty. Green Street's offense trots onto the field again.
It'll be 1st and 10 from their own 20-yard line yet again.
Green Street has got to try anything to get some points on the board. Literally anything. Hook and ladders, triple option. They got to do something to move against this Eagles defense. 2
weeks ago against Franklin, we saw Eagles up by a lot. The Franklin offense ran an interesting hook and ladder play for a huge gain. We got Thompson in the shotgun. That's an end around.
Baby, let's go.
Oh, and the receiver is crushed in the backfield. Loss of a yard there.
Orange jerseys are everywhere. That was Jackson Bonnets and Dom Solis combining for the tackle. And they will lose yards on it again.
Yep. Loss of 2 yards there. It'll be 2nd and 12 for the Chargers from their own 18-yard line.
Loss of 1 yard. 2nd down. Green Street Academy.
See what Green Street will do with this 2nd and long. We've seen a couple pass plays out of them so far, but mostly they were quick slants. We'll see if they look down the field on this long 2nd down.
Quarterback is empty in the empty set. 3 receivers to the right, 1 to the left.
2 to the left. Oh, and there's movement across the line. Fake end around.
Good
Pass
catch.
is complete to number 6, Leon Sharp. Great catch there. Faked the end around to number 2, Chris Butler. It's a good play fake there for a gain of 6 yards. It'll be 3rd and 6 here.
We have seen end around, jet sweeps, and slants thrown, and that is about all we've seen. And runs down the middle by this Green Street offense. And let's see what they do on 3rd down. They're going empty again.
It's the same formation they ran last play. Thompson is in the shotgun. Got 2 receivers to the left, 3 to the right. No movement this time. Thompson looks to keep the ball, and he's brought down immediately. Only a 1-yard gain there on 3rd and 6 from the Chargers. It's gonna be another
Eagle
fourth down.
football.
Oh, Eagle football.
Quarterback fumbled. Another turnover for number
Another
3.
turnover.
And the Eagles will have the ball again in great field position. The first quarter is still not over. There are 2 minutes and 44 seconds left.
Did not even see that ball pop out.
But Aiden Hurdle, I believe, came down with it. It was either Aiden Hurdle or Dom Solis. And now Chris Jenner prepares to lead the offense back onto the field. Preston Howard's night is done.
The Eagles' backup quarterback has come in with 2 minutes left in the first quarter.
I think this is going to be a game where we see a lot of different players playing. Good chance to see the young guys in action against some competition.
Well, McDonogh's backup quarterback is more seasoned than many teams' starting quarterback. Jenner started last year for the Eagles. Oh, that's an end around.
Oh, and a
to
fumble.
Number 9, Jameer Roberts. He broke through a hole. Looked to fumble though at the end of the play. Eagles players are pointing that they recovered it.
It is looking like Eagle football.
That is Eagle football. As again, 9 yards there for the Eagles. That is actually will move the chains. Gain of 10 yards there for number 9, Jameer Roberts on the end around.
Nice run by Jameer Roberts, who came into this game with negative rushing yards, but hey, made it all up back there.
1st and 10 here for the Eagles. They had great field position again after their 3rd turnover of the day. The 1st and 10 from the 15-yard line. Jenner lines up in the shotgun. He's got Stephon Egby in the backfield, number 6. 2 receivers to the right, 1 to the left. Will be a handoff to Egby. Breaks a tackle in the backfield. He is brought down after a gain of 5 yards. 2nd and 5 for the Eagles from their own 10-yard line.
Nice little gain for Stephon Egby right up the middle. It will be 2nd and 5 for the Eagles.
Made a good jump cut there when he saw someone coming at him in the backfield. That should break off a gain there.
Stephon Egby has been running really well this season, and they would like to see a little more out of their young running back, who will eventually take over next year after Giovanni heads out.
Yeah, Egby's got 18 carries for 85 yards on the season before this game. That's 3rd on the team after Giovanni Procaccini and quarterback Preston Howard, who has 202 yards on the season.
Yeah, we talk about Preston Howard being a dual threat, and it has really shown in his stats.
His movement across the formation. Fakes the end around. Handoff is to Egby, who breaks a tackle, and that's touchdown Eagles. 10-yard run for Stephon Egby.
That will be 33. If they go for 2, the mercy rule will be in effect, and that might be the earliest mercy rule in Eagles football history. BD line trots onto the field for his 5th PAT of the game.
Eagles will not be going for 2 here, so the mercy rule will not be enacted.
Just be short by a point, but the way the Green Street offense has been performing, it will not be hard to get that point back. And that is a flag on the field.
It's a penalty on the Eagles. Beatty will be moving back 5 yards, it looks like. Most likely a false start there. So extra point will be 22 yards for Beatty instead of the usual 17.
Nice little target practice for Harrison Beatty.
Oh, almost blocked around the end there by the Chargers, but the kick is up and good for Beatty. Score, Eagles 34, Chargers 0.
Number 2 has been getting off that edge on PATs really quickly, and one of these days he might block that because he's had the inner track to get it 2 times.
Yep, he's been jumping those snaps really well, almost getting there. Maybe if he dived, he could get it, but Beatty's still getting those kicks up and through the uprights pretty consistently.
Beatty will be on the field for another kickoff.
Chargers will use their same kickoff return formation again. Obviously have not seen him actually use it yet so far this game. Beatty's kicked every ball into the end zone for a touchback.
And this game has just been utter dominance by the Eagles against an opponent that they are just crushing.
Hopefully we'll see some of the new faces for the Eagles. The underclassmen get some playing time.
Good kickoff, and
Kickoff
it's not
is
a touchback.
returned by number 2. Looks to get around the right side. He breaks through. It's just him versus Harrison Beatty. And Beatty brings him down. Great work by the kicker there. Huge return by number 2 for the Chargers. That is Chris Butler.
The last line of defense when all things go wrong. Harrison Beatty makes the tackle, adds 1 to his stat sheet for the year, and saves the touchdown. And the Green Street Academy Chargers finally have something go well for them.
It was a great return by Chris Butler. Found a hole around the right side. Had some good blocking there by the Chargers as well. That huge hole, broke through, showed off his speed, made it all the way. That was a 60-yard return. It's 1st and 10 for the Chargers at their own 40-yard line.
And there is a timeout by McDonogh. Got to get their wits together after allowing that big kickoff return. Can't underestimate a team even when you are beating them 34-0.
Got 53 seconds left in the first quarter for the Eagles. The Eagles have been great so far this season. Their record is 4-0. Leaders so far for the season. For passing, they have Preston Howard, who is 27-47 for 489 yards. That's 10 yards an attempt. That's awesome for a high school quarterback. He's also been getting it done on the ground with 36 carries for 202 yards. Howard has showed off his dual threat skills throughout the season. And in the backfield, Giovanni Procaccini has been a weapon. He's 7 yards per carry so far this season, 389 yards total. It's been unstoppable for the Eagles. Dante Trader, another highlight for the Eagles. He's averaging 32 yards a catch. Absolutely ridiculous.
That is insane. He is definitely the big play threat that they've needed as a counterpart to Curtis Jacobs in the offense.
Got 1st and 10 here for the Chargers. Got movement across the formation. Fakes the end around. Quarterback number 3, Thompson. Oh, pass is broken up by number 39.
That is Ethan Robinson. Almost another pick for this Eagles linebacker core, but Ethan Robinson just couldn't hold on to it. The quarterback gets lucky again. It is 2nd down for Green Street Academy.
Dom Solis was all over Thompson there in the backfield. The 2nd and 10 here for the Chargers. They need to get something done with this drive. They got great field position off that kick return. If they want to put any points up on the board, this is their opportunity.
They have a running back in the backfield now after going empty for the past 2 sets.
2 receivers split to the left and right.
Pretty stacked box for the Eagles.
Got movement across again, fakes the end around.
Runs
Handoff
into his
is to
own
number
man.
45, Daniel Griffin, who's brought down for a loss of a couple yards there. Eagles with the great defensive stop after the huge kickoff return. It'll be 3rd and 10 here for Green Street Academy.
After the big special teams play, the offense has not been able to do anything, as has been the story of the game. Yet they will try to convert this 3rd down. 3rd and 10.
Number 2, Chris Butler for the Chargers, has been their lone bright spot. He's the one who returned that kickoff. Had another good catch earlier in the game. He's showing off his speed and agility so far. Thompson takes a snap and shotgun, drops back to pass. He's under pressure from the Eagles defense, and he's brought down by Dennis Sutton and Solis, number 33 and 21. That blitz killed the Chargers' offensive line. They were all over him in the backfield. Brought down for that sack. Loss of 8 yards there for the Chargers.
And back to square one. Green Street Academy.
I'm sorry, that was a loss of 6 yards. It'll be 4th and 16 from the Eagles' 46-yard line. It's too far for a field goal there for the Chargers. They either have a punt or a long 4th down.
Be interesting to see what they do here. Down 34-0, but there are zeros on the clock, and that was the end of the first quarter. So 34-0 heading into the second.
Thank you for listening with us with McDonogh Press Box. We will return in a minute at the start of the second quarter.
We are back. Second quarter. Looks like Green Street will be punting away. That is false start, looking like it.
Seems like a false start there. It was 4th and 16 for Green Street. They started off that drive with a great kick return by number 2, Chris Butler, but were stopped immediately by the Eagles defense. They're going to call no play on that snap there. Just going to redo that. It's Curtis Jacobs back to return for the Eagles. Punt is up, and it only goes 3 yards forward.
Very high, but did not get the
Did not get the distance there on that punt. It was a punt of 3 yards by number 4, Dayson Shell. Eagles will have a 1st and 10 from their own 45-yard line.
So 1st down for the McDonogh Eagles. Chris Jenner at quarterback.
1 point away from hitting that mercy rule threshold where the clock does not stop. This makes sure the game keeps going while moving a lot faster.
The Eagles are looking for the 3rd straight home mercy rule victory. And you see no Curtis Jacobs, no Dante Trader in there. You got guys like Johnny Cool, number 5, Dane Swanson, number 1, and Ethan Robinson in the backfield.
Jenner takes a snap and hands off to Stephon Egby, who's got a wide open hole on the right side. Cuts through a couple defenders there. Good agility there by Egby. That's a 1st down for the Eagles. I'll move those chains.
A lot of green grass for McDonogh running backs today. And they are right where Green Street was after that giant kick return. Their only good play of the night.
Has a gain of 15 yards there for the Eagles. It'll be 1st and 10 from the Chargers' 41-yard line. Jenner lines up in the shotgun. Timeout is called by the Chargers.
Try to regroup. Maybe finally get a defensive stop. But the Eagles would just have better players when it comes down to it. And soon we're going to be seeing all the backups in.
First timeout of the night for the Green Street Chargers. They're 2-2 so far on the season, but they're not currently in a league in Maryland. The league is listed as freelance. So it seems as if they're playing some teams in the Maryland area, and as they build their program up.
Yes, it's hard to go against the Eagles when your biggest guy on your roster is 6'2", when the Eagles have a lot of players above that, a lot of bigger guys.
Some big dudes on the offensive line as well as their large linebackers and D linemen. General look to continue the Eagles' offensive success tonight. He lines up in the shotgun with Stephon Egby and Ethan Robinson in the backfield.
Got that 2 running back set we've seen from the Eagles a lot this season.
Jenner takes a snap in the shotgun, looks to pass to the left side, and it's over the head of number 1, Dane Swanson.
Pass incomplete. 2nd down, McDonogh.
It'll be 2nd and 10 here for the Eagles.
2nd and 10. Eagles will look to finally, after their longest drive of the day, put it into the end zone and enact this mercy rule.
Yep, we got Dane Swanson and number 5,
Johnny
Cool, lined up on the left side.
The All-Axbro, all-name team out there at wide receiver.
We got Oh, huge hole here for Egby. Breaks a tackle in the backfield, breaks off to the left side, breaks another tackle. He's to the 10. He's brought down at the 5-yard line. Great run by Egby there. Jenner handed it off to him. He got around to the left side, found a hole in the offensive line, broke a couple tackles. Big gain there, 35 yards for Egby.
Even after initially being hit right as he got the football, he broke through a lot of tackles on a Giovanni-esque run, and it is 1st and goal for the Eagles.
1st and goal from the 6-yard line. Eagles have been using that I formation on their goal line plays so far. We'll see if Jenner lines up under center for this play. Nope, Eagles use their usual formation of Jenner in the shotgun, 2 receivers to the right, Egby in the backfield. Jenner snaps the ball, fakes the handoff to Egby, looks to pass, is a screen to Robinson, who's hit immediately and fights his way back to the line of scrimmage. That'll be a gain of no yards there for the Eagles.
Eagles using all their players tonight. 10:21 left in the second. Clock is ticking as the Eagles look to punch it in.
It's the first catch of the season there for Ethan Robinson. He's usually used as a fullback and a defensive player. Jenner looks to take the Eagles to another touchdown here, put them up 40-0.
This will be the earliest mercy rule
so far this season for the Eagles. Jenner lines up in the shotgun. He's got Egby in the backfield. Handoff is to Egby, who breaks a tackle in the backfield, and he's brought down at the 1-yard line.
Goal line stand for Green Street Academy. Got to get 1 yard.
Egby has looked quick out of the backfield so far. The Green Street players have been all over him back there, but he's still been breaking tackles, breaking off big gains there for the Eagles.
3rd and goal, McDonogh.
3rd and goal for McDonogh. Trying to make this game 40-0. Give Harrison Beatty another attempt at a PAT.
The Eagles do use their I formation. It's Jenner under center, Ethan Robinson lined up as the linebacker, and Stephon Egby back in the backfield. Handoff is to Egby, who stumbles into the end zone. Touchdown, Eagles.
And that will enact the mercy rule. Clock run. It is 40-0, 3 minutes into the second quarter. The Eagles are absolutely dominating Green Street Academy right now.
Beatty trots out for the extra point here, looking to get his 4th of the night. Fourth of the night.
Clock has not started running yet. Hopefully the refs know that they have scored above 35, and the mercy rule will begin to be in effect.
I'm sorry, that was the Eagles' 6th touchdown of the night. Beatty looks to convert his 5th extra point. That is definitely offsides there. Number 2, Chris Butler has tried to jump every snap so far for the Eagles' extra points, but he's way offsides on that one.
Number 2 is definitely the most electric and energized player.
Yeah.
He had the big kick return, and he has been close to blocking a couple, but got a little too excited
he was
there.
ready to jump all over that one, but a little early there. That'll move the Eagles up half the distance to the goal line, which will be 1 yard. Beatty lines up for that extra point again.
Last week, Beatty did get to take a bobbled snap into the end zone for a 2-point conversion. I mean, the week before at home.
Yeah, 2 weeks ago against Franklin.
And again.
Beatty's kick is low, but it still gets through those uprights. Score, Eagles 31, Chargers 0.
Again, after initial pressure by the unit trying to block the kick, Beatty gets it through. 41-0. I mean, what else can you say? It's 41-0.
Not much to say about this game. It's
41-0. That's all he can say about this game.
It's a bloodbath out here today. The Eagles are starting to see some new faces on the field.
The clock is not running, but it needs to, because
should be.
On this pace, the Eagles are bound to be up 82-0, 3 minutes into the third, probably?
Fourth.
I'm not sure I did that math correctly,
but
math's
not one of our strong suits. That's why we're announcing the football games.
Yo, clock doesn't stop. Back.
And they are alerting that the clock should not be stopping, that it should have been rolling since after the touchdown.
Beatty prepares to kick it off again. We got two players back to return for the Chargers. That kick is out of the back of the end zone, with Beatty not giving the Chargers a chance to return this kickoff after last time number 2 Chris Butler broke off a 60-yard return.
Yes. The Green Street offense will get another chance to try and do something. It's 41-0. What can I say?
Now, we got a 1st and 10 here at their own 20-yard line for the Chargers offense.
Crazier things have happened than comebacks, but the way that Green Street has been playing, not looking like it's going to happen right now.
We got Thompson lined up in the shotgun. He's got 1 running back in the backfield. 2 running backs in the backfield. And a timeout is called by the Eagles.
Don't know what. It's 41-0.
Not sure exactly the point of that timeout. Possibly wanted to work on their
Clock
defensive formation
still
there.
is not running. Even though the mercy rule, again, should be in effect.
Not sure if there's some sort of rule change or exception for this game, but otherwise it's interesting that it has not continued to run yet.
I believe there is also a soccer game tonight, which I can promise won't be scored 41-0. So fans will be showing out to both games.
Yep, Eagles students and fans have had a treat tonight. There was a varsity field hockey game, then they got the football game, and then a soccer game as well.
A win for varsity field hockey in a tough game against Garrison, because we know you are here for those varsity field hockey scores. It is 1st down for Green Street Academy.
1st and 10 from their own 20. Got movement across the formation. Thompson takes a snap, looks to the right side. Oh, I'm sorry, that was a wildcat snap to Chris Butler, not to the quarterback, Thompson.
Chris Butler is everything to this Green Street offense.
Got a gain of 2 yards there. Eagles were ready for that run around to the right side.
Eagles defense stops Green Street Academy.
It'll be a 2nd and about 7 for the Green Street Chargers from their own 23-yard line.
Gotta wonder, up 41, up.
2nd down.
Sorry if there was any mic interference. A little windy out here, and clock is running. 2nd down.
Got movement across again. Thompson.
Oh.
Fakes
Thompson's
the
doing
end around.
something.
That's actually Chris Butler. He's lined up as quarterback the past couple plays. Interesting.
Green Street is feeding the hot hand. Number 2 has been their most electric player of the night. The only one that's actually putting a dent into this Eagles defense. And I guess they're rolling with him right now. I mean,
Butler
why
is
not?
not listed as a quarterback on their roster, meaning they're using him as in the Wildcat.
He's only 5'8", and according to the weight sheet, 1,313 pounds.
Possibly.
Little bit of a typo.
Possibly a typo. We got a 2nd and 4 here for the Chargers from their own 26-yard line. I believe that is actually Thompson again this time. No, it's not. It's Butler again lined up in the shotgun. That's Thompson in the backfield.
And he's looking to throw the football. Oh, sacked.
Huge sack there by Dom Solis. Brought him down for a loss of 15 yards. It'll be 4th and long here for the Chargers.
It's probably better. It's 4th down.
Yeah.
You know. They will be punting off, I imagine.
4th and 11, Green Street Academy.
4th down here, looking to punt. Well, hopefully this punt will be better than the last for the Chargers.
Ooh.
Oh, almost blocked. Punter is hit at the end of that one. Eagles will let it bounce again. And the punt is down at the 25-yard line. That punt only went 15 yards. Punting struggles here today for the Green Street Academy Chargers.
Kind of looking like a 7-yard per average for the punter. Not the best day for him, but not the best day for the Green Street Chargers.
Oh, and we're just seeing information now that the mercy rule only comes into play after the first half ends.
Oh.
So there's actually 2 conditions for that mercy rule.
Tough break right now for Green Street, who is down 41-0.
Yeah, Eagles offense prepares to take the field here. They got great field position yet again, looking to add to their already massive lead. Jenner lines up in the shotgun. 2 running backs in the backfield. Handoff was to number 8, 18 to Tang, but he was bottled up at the line of scrimmage. That's going to be a loss of 4 yards there for the Eagles. Actually, a loss of 3 yards there for the Eagles.
Green Street defense finally gets some pressure against this McDonogh Eagles offensive front. It will be 2nd and long.
Yep, there's a new face there in the backfield for the Eagles. That's 18 to Tang. Got 2nd and 13 here for the Eagles from the Chargers' 27-yard line.
It's back to 18 and Tang. The third-headed, that 3-headed monster in the backfield. He is another electric running back, and now he's getting his turn to shine.
Oh, he finds a hole around the left side, breaks a tackle, and he's got plenty of running room there. Great blocking by Dane Swanson. Oh, and he jukes a player. Touchdown, Eagles. Great run by 18 to Tang. That was phenomenal work there. Great blocking by number 1, Dane Swanson. Kept that cornerback locked up and allowed Natang to walk into the end zone there.
He wanted that one. Great little move by 18 to Tang. He's running well. Agby ran well. Giovanni ran well. What can I say? It's 47 nothing.
47-0 Eagles.
Beatty having himself a day.
Comes out for his
8th, 7th.
I don't know.
We'll
can't
settle
really
on
count.
7.5.
He comes out for his 7th extra point of the day. And that extra point is good, putting him at 6 for 7 for the day.
48-0.
Score Eagles 48, Chargers 0. Oh man, there's still 5 minutes left in the first half. This is getting ugly here for the Chargers. Let's see if the Eagles change up their defensive players to get some of those younger JV guys some playing time. See if the Chargers can capitalize on that. Beatty walks out by himself for the kickoff. The rest of the Eagles special teams takes the field as well.
Can't go any worse than what is happening to Green Street Academy Chargers right now. And the mercy rule, you got to wonder about that. It's 48-0. The clock should be running, in my opinion.
The rules here for Maryland high school football, mercy rule does not come into effect unless there's a lead of 35 points or more in the second half. Beatty looks to kick off here. 2 men back to return for the Chargers.
Another kickoff for Beatty. Hopefully another touchback. Looking like it. Yes, sir.
Yep, and that is out of the back of the end zone. It'll be 1st and 10 for the Chargers from their own 20-yard line yet again.
There is barely a student section left.
Eagles fans are streaming out, getting ready for the soccer game. They're not too worried about the fate of their football team anymore after the absolute dominance showed so far by the Eagles.
The Eagles look good to improve to 5-0. Got to get some fresh bodies in there.
Eagles
First
defense
down.
is getting ready to hopefully make another stop here against the Chargers. It's a handoff to the left side. Gain of 3 yards there for the Chargers. It'll be 2nd and 7 from their own 23-yard line.
And everyone is starting to come in for this Eagles team. Subs, the whole shebang off the bench. Clock is ticking right now.
Now the substitutions include number 63, TJ Onwanabe.
What a great story, TJ Onwanabe. He actually beat cancer a couple years ago.
Yep,
and
he
now
had, cancer in his eye. And you might have seen him on TV announcing the Ravens' first-round draft pick a few years ago.
it happened to be a good one. Marlon Humphrey, one of the best cornerbacks in the NFL after the short game.
Pass is complete for the Chargers to, I believe that's number 7, Amir Peoples. Pass is complete for a gain of 4 yards there.
Back to TJ. He's someone that all the coaches love. He does everything you tell him to. He's a great football player, and it's good to see him out there getting some reps.
Yeah, absolute inspiration for everyone in McDonogh. I believe it was 5 years ago now when he was battling cancer. He returned back to school, and he's been around since.
Kicking it butt in the classroom and on
And
the
on the
football
field.
field.
That is Thompson having to throw the ball away as he was heavily under pressure there by Dom Solis in the backfield.
Thompson back at quarterback, not rolling with number 2. Another 4th down. I don't know. Go for it. Don't. It's 48-0. We'll see what happens. There should be.
It is only 4th and 4 here, so we're still seeing the punting unit come out for the Chargers. They have changed punters after the last few disastrous punts.
Just trying to try out a couple new faces, see if any of them go better, and it does.
It does go better. That was number 77 punting big man defensive tackle DeTwan Gibson.
That's number 11, Chase Reddish back there on the
Picking
return.
up the ball and return about 5 yards, decides to step out of bounds. There is a flag on the play, however. You don't see a lot of defensive linemen punting very often, but good showing there by number 77, Gibson.
They may have found themselves a punter in their D lineman, so something good to come out of this game for Green Street Academy. And Chase Reddish back there, a senior. Doesn't get that much playing time, but it's good to see him doing some things out on the football
field. Flag was.
Don't know who it's against.
They're actually backing the Eagles
Yes.
up, so most likely.
Probably a holding or a block in the back, something on the Eagles.
Looks like they moved him back 15. Yep, that's a 15-yard penalty there, some sort of personal foul against the Eagles.
Eagles cannot get cocky. It's 48-0.
Well, they might be able to get cocky at this point. That seriously hurts the Eagles' field position, though, as Chris Jenner looks to lead the Eagles' offense, starting off at their own 29-yard line here. It's still 1st and 10.
Number 19 in the game on the right, the lone receiver to the right, Malachi Jones, the sophomore, seeing some playing time. And Egby is back in the backfield. We got trips to the left.
Jenner lines up in the shotgun. He takes the snap, drops back to pass, looks to that left side. Pass is complete to number 1, Dane Swanson. Manages to break 1 tackle. That's a gain of 6 yards there for the Eagles.
Dane Swanson, the big-bodied senior receiver. First game active as a varsity member was against, back when St. Francis was in the MIAA playoff game against them. Had a big 44-yard reception to set up the Eagles' only score of the day. And he has been a great member of this football team ever since. And he is a stud at lacrosse, though. One of the best players in the nation, and will be going to Navy for lacrosse.
Eagles have a 2nd and 4 here from their own 36-yard line.
Aces set, Jameer Roberts and Malachi Jones to the right. Johnny Cool and Dane Swanson to the left.
Chris Jenner lines up in the shotgun. He drops back to pass. He's looking over to the right side. He throws the ball away out of bounds.
Just throws it out of bounds there. Trying to
Good work there
find.
by Jenner. He was under pressure in the backfield. Was looking for number 9, Jameer Roberts. Didn't really see anyone open. Decided his best course of action was throwing the ball out of bounds.
Tried to find that receiver yet. Didn't do a stupid throw. Just threw it out of bounds. Will be 3rd down for the Eagles. It's starting to get dark here. First game where it will truly be dark by the end. Get some real Friday Night Lights football.
Yep, Eagles got these lights donated by Eagles alum Darius Hayward-Bay, who you might know as the NFL wide receiver.
Darius Hayward-Bay has had a long career in the NFL. Not currently on a team, but made a 10-year career out of playing basically special teams.
That 3rd down handoff was to Demetrius Smith, the freshman. That was unfortunately a loss of 1 yard. It'll be 4th down for the Eagles. We'll see Harrison Beatty come out to punt for the first time so far today.
We've seen Harrison Beatty the kicker, Harrison Beatty the tackler. Now Harrison Beatty the punter steps onto the field.
First playing time we've seen for the freshman so far today, number 10, Demetrius Smith. The Eagles trying out some new players on the field, testing out their players' skills. Booming punt by Beatty here. Oh, my goodness. That was crushed.
Don't touch it, kid. Okay, he's going to receive.
Oh, and he goes to return. That's number 4, Dason Shell on the return. And he's brought down at the 8-yard line. That was an incredible punt by Beatty.
That was a
huge
booming
air
punt.
time. That was crazy.
One of those guys that if he starts for your team, he can kick and punt. And he'll do both very well.
It'll be a 1st and 10 for the Chargers from their own 8-yard line.
Let's see who is in the game right now. We got number 74, Xavier Scott, senior transfer, apparently. 63, TJ Onuwabe, I believe. Ethan Robinson is in the game. Dom Solis. We got number 8, A.T. Natang. Number 12 is back at safety, Dante Trader, one of our favorites. I believe that's number 11 right next to him, Chase Reddish.
Thompson lines up under center. It's a handoff up the middle. Gain of 5 yards there for the Chargers. It'll be 2nd and 10 from their own 15, or 2nd and 5 from their own 15-yard line.
Second down for Green Street Academy. They finally stopped the Eagles on a drive. That's something to be thankful for them.
Yep, got that stop. We'll see if they can
Do
keep
something.
their momentum going and possibly score here on this drive. Clock is running right now. About 2 minutes left in the first half.
Hoping to get to that second half. Just enact the mercy rule. Quick going.
Quick handoff up the middle there. Brought down immediately. Gain of 1 yard there for the Chargers. It'll be 3rd and somewhat short here. 3rd and 3 to be exact from their own 17-yard line.
3rd and 3. Green Street Academy.
Green Street Academy trying to convert another third down. Clock is ticking. 1:40 left. Number 22 is also out there. Niles riding. So we got sophomores, seniors, and juniors getting some playing time. No one from the starting defense remains out there.
Looks like quarterback number 3 Thompson is lined up in the shotgun. He's got 1 running back in the backfield, 2 receivers to the left and right. There's movement across the formation. That is an end around. Oh, the double end around there.
But the Eagles had it.
The Eagles were all over it, were not tricked. That is a loss of 3 yards there for the Chargers. It'll be 4th and 6 here.
Another tackle by Dominic Solis.
Dom Solis on the tackle. Clock keeps moving. Eagles read that well. Nice little play design by Green Street Academy, but couldn't get anything on it. 48-0.
Looks as if the Chargers are going to punt again. They're just going to let this clock run down as far as they can. Only 45 seconds left in the second half.
Which
Eagles will most likely just kneel the ball down once they get it.
let it go into halftime. No, you're going to get that mercy rule coming into effect in the second half. And the Eagles will be heading home with a victory.
Clock will move considerably faster in that second half. Will not stop after turnovers, timeouts, anything like that. Punt rolls out of bounds at the 33-yard line of the Chargers.
Got 24 seconds left. Hey, maybe we'll see emergency quarterback Jack Dudas enter the game. He is the holder.
Looks like Jenner is going to take the field again for the Eagles. Most likely going to kneel it down. They could possibly take a shot at the end zone, but
That
honestly,
would
no,
be
yeah, not great sportsmanship, honestly.
Yeah.
It'll be 1st and 10 for the Eagles at the Chargers' 35-yard line. Jenner takes the offense onto the field with 24 seconds left in the first half.
New bodies in there again, like number 56 freshman Tamarcus Walker. Number 79 is in there. Number not listed. But the Eagles will be kneeling this. And as we said, the names of the freshmen and the young players, get to know them because they will be starting for your Eagles in the years to come. And the Eagles take a knee.
That'll let the clock run down to the end of the first half. Thank you for watching it with us at the McDonogh Press Box. Score is Eagles 48, Chargers 0. I'm Jack McKinnell.
I'm Noah Renner.
And we'll be back after halftime.
All right, we are back. McDonogh Eagles. Second half about to begin. We will have an actual running clock this time.
Yep. Welcome back to McDonogh Press Box. I'm Jack McKinnell.
I'm Noah Renner.
And it's not been the closest of games so far today at McDonogh School. Eagles are up 48-0 against the Green Street Academy Chargers.
It's 48-0. Everyone is over at the soccer game. 48-0. Everyone's over at the soccer game, and our job is to make this game seem entertaining to you guys.
Yeah, we also got to make it entertaining for all three people in the McDonogh Eagles student section remaining. It's none of the Eagles fans are too worried about their team holding on to this victory so far today. The Eagles have absolutely dominated on offense and defense so far. We've seen a lot of backup quarterback Chris Jenner so far this game. He came in at the end of the first quarter after quarterback Preston Howard led the team to a touchdown, and then a quick pair of defensive touchdowns by number 21 Dom Solis as well.
Eagles are kicking off.
Got Harrison Beatty again on the kickoff. Hopefully he'll get a touchback here, as the one time he has not so far today. Number 2 for the Chargers, Chris Butler, broke off a huge return of 60 yards.
Let's see what happens on this kickoff.
Another booming kick by Beatty, easily out of the end zone. It'll be 1st and 10 for the Chargers from their own 20-yard line.
And let's see that running clock.
Yeah, clock has not started yet.
Start moving.
But in case you don't know how this works, this clock will continue running, hopefully, if the referees and our friends downstairs can get the scoreboard going. It will not stop for any timeouts. It will not stop after scores, and it will not stop for penalties. So the clock will continue. We'll just run for 12 minutes straight.
First down, Green Street Academy.
Got quarterback Sean Thompson under center for the Chargers. It'll be a pitch back to number 2. Oh, it's a flea flicker. Oh, and the interception is dropped. That was number 13, Eric Pearl, the freshman. Had a chance for a big play there. That's unfortunate for him.
Eagles, 48-0.
Eagles almost got an interception there.
And they have cleared off the bench for this lineup right now.
Yeah, lots of freshmen, fresh faces on the field. That was a interesting play there for the Chargers. It's good to see him try something new and interesting, but not executed well there at all.
Let's just see what happens next. Hopefully a turnover.
Thompson's in the shotgun, gives it on the end around.
Good blocking ahead.
Oh, big hit there on the sideline by number 22, Niles Riding.
One of the younger star players for this Eagles team has gotten time in closer games.
Academy is pushed out of bounds by Malachi Jones.
Third down for Green Street Academy and manageable.
Green Street Academy.
Yep. 3rd and 3 there for the Chargers. They got that 3rd and 3 from their own 26-yard line. We'll see what kind of play they bring out here on this 3rd down. We got quarterback Sean Thompson in the shotgun. Got one running back in the backfield, 2 receivers to the right and to the left. Thompson prepares to take the snap. That's movement across the field again. That's an end around to number 2, Chris Butler. Finds a hole around the right side. Looks as if he's brought down like half a yard short. We'll see where the referees place this ball. This is going to be a close one.
They're going to give it to him. First down, Green Street Academy.
First down.
Yep, that will move the chains just barely. See the nose of that football is on that first down at the 30-yard line. Good to see the Green Street offense making some yardage here. Clock has already run down 3 minutes into this 3rd quarter. Goes by very fast when there are no stoppages after incomplete passes or anything.
First down, Green Street Academy.
Got Thompson lined up in the shotgun. He's got movement across the formation again. Fakes the end around, hands it off there. Eagles get a stop at the line of scrimmage. That's a gain of 1 yard for the Chargers.
As America's favorite Eagle, TJ Awanabe, in there on the tackle.
Second down.
Second down, Green Street Academy. Already 8 minutes and 50 seconds left.
Even with those backups in on the D-line, Eagles still aren't letting anything by. Green Street is still actually playing their starters while the Eagles have moved on to their backups and second and third string players. Yet they're still not giving any yards away for free to that Green Street offense. Looks like Thompson's going to line up in the shotgun yet again. He's got one running back in the backfield, two receivers to the left, and two to the right.
Motion, as they've had a
Fake
lot.
the end around.
Ooh.
Oh, huge hit there on Thompson. He faked their end around and looked for a QB keeper to the left side, but he was
42.
crushed by number
Mason
42.
Robinson. Wonder if there's any relation to Ethan Robinson. Anyway, third down.
Another freshman there for the Eagles on that D-line, Robinson. It'll be third down for the Chargers, 3rd and 9 here from their own 31-yard line.
Clock is ticking. Clock is ticking.
Got 7.5 minutes left in the second quarter.
It is finally starting to get dark here. Truly Friday night lights. So the whole student section has dispersed.
Oh, and it's intercepted by number 19.
Malachi Jones.
And he's going to return that all the way untouched. Quarterback Thompson was looking for that slant route. Malachi saw it coming from a mile away. Jumped the route, got the pick six there for the Eagles. Eagles are up 54-0.
Malachi Jones.
It's 54-0. What can you say?
Yep.
Malachi Jones read the route. Good pick. Touchdown Eagles.
That's one player that doesn't get a ton of playing time, but he got in this game as a sophomore and made use of the plays he's gotten. That'll impress the coaches right there.
I wish we had a backup kicker because BD has to do everything. But BD, best kicker in the MIA.
He's getting ready for his 8th extra point of the day. He's 6 for 7 so far.
I mean, this is what you live for. 54-0 victories.
Yeah.
And you know the scoring won't stop there.
BD's kick is low this time, and no good, the referees are showing.
No good.
BD has kicked a lot tonight. You know, can't expect him to make everyone.
Yep, that kick was pretty low and wobbly. Looked good from up here, but we got a weird angle from the top of the press box. Kick was no good. Puts him at a 6 for 8 on extra points for the day. It's lower than his season average, so not everything is going right for the Eagles tonight, but they're about to kick off for the 8th time so far. BD's managed to get a touchback on every single kick except for one. Two returners back for the Green Street Academy Chargers. BD winds up to take this kickoff. Clock continued to run through all that, so there are about 5.5 minutes left. Score is Eagles 54, Chargers 0.
Harrison Beatty is on the field for the kickoff. He has had a lot of time on the field today. Combination of kickoffs, a punt, and a lot of PATs. Touchback.
And that's in the end zone. He has not had to take any field goals so far yet today because Eagles have been easily racking up touchdowns.
Easy scores for the Eagles. Green Street's offense enters onto the field once again. Clock is still ticking. About 5 minutes left in the game.
5 minutes left in the third quarter.
Third quarter. Green Street probably hopes it was the game. 54-0. Eagles. Next week will be a better game. It will not be a blowout. I mean, we would love if it was a blowout because we are starting conference play next week. A big game, the Jordan McNair Foundation game, where we will honor him and his legacy against Calvert Hall.
It's a big conference rival there for the Eagles. Big gain there for the Chargers. That was number 7, Amir Peoples, on the carry. That was a gain of 15 yards there. That'll move the chains for the Chargers.
Green Street, Malachi Jones on the tackle, who had the big play to get the touchdown. Green Street is finally moving with their offense, but clock is still ticking.
Yep, bit too little, too late here. They're finally seeing those backups again for that McDonogh defense. Managed to break off a few more big gains. Still, though, the McDonogh defense holding strong. Still Just trying to keep that shutout alive.
Going to the Calvert Hall game. They are 4-0.
Just like the Eagles. So the Eagles will most likely improve to
5-0
5-0 after the
today.
day.
Facing
Thompson drops back to pass. Almost intercepted by number 11.
Chase Reddish.
Reddish.
They are facing Calvert Hall's game today against Mount St. Joe. So they started their conference play today. And we will get them next week. Mount St. Joe is a very good football team. But Calvert Hall is one too. So it'll be interesting to see how that game plays out. And if McDonogh Calvert Hall will be a matchup of the unbeatens or a perfect McDonogh team against a slightly blemished Cardinals team. What is it? Second down? First down? Second down.
It is second down
for
and
Green
10
Street Academy.
from the Chargers, 37-yard line here. Got 3 minutes left. Thompson drops back to pass, looks for the screen. Pass could have been backwards. Refs call it incomplete, not a fumble. It'll be 3rd and 10 after a pair of incomplete passes from quarterback number 3, Sean Thompson.
Remember how this game started off? Touchdown run by Giovanni on the first play. I don't think Preston had to throw one pass this game.
Yep, I think he has one pass this game. It was a completion to Dane Swanson, his only throw so far.
But it went touchdown by Giovanni, kickoff, play,
fumble return
by Jackson Bonnets,
and then an interception
kickoff,
return.
Play, interception return by Jackson Bonnets. Just haven't looked back.
Moving across formation, Thompson drops back to pass. He's throwing downfield, and that pass is out of bounds. Ref takes a little tumble there. But
he is fine. Back up.
He's back up in a second.
Life of a ref.
That pass was overthrown a bit, also out of bounds as well. Good coverage there by Chase Reddish and number 22, Niles Riding.
We got 4th down right here.
And that is their big man punter, number 77, DeTwan Gibson, out there on the field. He's been doing pretty well on his punts so far. Definitely better than the previous punter they trotted out. Eagles use two men to return. That is Chase Reddish and Eric Pearl.
2 young guys. Well, Chase Reddish is a senior. 2 guys on this McDonogh Eagles football team who don't get a lot of playing time, hoping to score a touchdown. Not the best punt.
Eagles don't even bother rushing the punter there. They just kind of stand at the line, let the punter get his kickoff. Unfortunately for the Chargers, that punt only went 17 yards. It'll be 1st and 10 for the Eagles at their own 47-yard line.
Who do we have at quarterback? I think it's Jenner, yep. Clock's still ticking, 103, 102, 101, 1. Third quarter is almost over, Eagles fans. The 4th quarter will be started after this next play. It's a running clock. It's 54-0. Wasn't the most exciting game, but the Eagles are going to get this victory.
Jenner winds up in the shotgun. He's got 1 running back in the backfield. Jenner hands it off to number 10, Demetrius Smith, the freshman.
Nice to see the freshman get a nice little gain.
Yep, there's a gain of 8 yards there for the Eagles. I believe that will run the clock out to the end of the 3rd quarter. Score is Eagles 54, Chargers 0. It'll be 2nd and 2 for the Eagles from the Chargers 45-yard line when we return. Eagles offense takes the field here at the start of the fourth quarter against the Green Street Academy Chargers. The score is Eagles 54, Chargers 0. Oh,
fumbled
Jenner
snap.
fumbles the snap there,
Falls on
but
it.
managed to recover. That'll be a loss of 5 yards, making it 3rd and 7 for the Eagles from the 50-yard line.
A lot of different players in now, as the Eagles are just looking to finish this game up.
In case you just tuned in, there is a mercy rule in effect, meaning the clock will not stop at all in this fourth quarter as long as the Eagles stay up by at least 35 points. Jenner lines up in the shotgun. He's got one running back in the backfield. Jenner looks downfield to throw. Pass is slightly high, intended for number 5, Johnny Cool. Almost intercepted there by the safety behind Cool. But Jenner showed off his impressive arm strength there on that play. He's much more of a traditional drop back and pass kind of player. Unlike Preston Howard, who's a great dual threat quarterback. He can work with his arms and his legs on the ground. He's got 200 rushing yards and 400 passing yards on the season.
10:47, 10:40 left in the game. Got Chase Reddish, Johnny Cool, number 10, Demetrius Smith back in the backfield. Let's see what the Eagles do.
Jenner takes a snap in the shotgun, throws the ball down the field, and it's overthrown, intended for Cool again, picked off by the Chargers. Intercepted. Broke a tackle by Cool back there right after the interception. Great return there for the Chargers.
Number 5 for the Chargers.
That is Tywan Thornton for the Chargers. And he managed to return that interception about 30 yards there for the Chargers. They will start in Eagles territory.
I don't know why we are throwing the football.
Yep, Jenner looks as if the coaches want to see some more of Jenner's arm, but he's been just giving it a little too much. He's overthrown Johnny Cool twice so far. First time almost resulted in an interception. The second time you just saw.
Eagles fans, it is getting down to the witching hour, but this is not a close game. 9 minutes, 9:30, clock is running. This is going to be a dub for the Eagles. Probably this last possession by Green Street, depending on what happens, and then one more by the Eagles.
Yep, that's quarterback. That's quarterback Sean Thompson again, taking the ball out of the shotgun. He looked downfield to pass, decided he was better off keeping it, and got a good gain there.
We have broken the 9-minute mark.
Green Street Academy pushes ahead to the 36-yard line.
Second down for Green Street Academy.
Be a 2nd and 2 from the Eagles' 36-yard line. Eagles defense looks to hold strong here, continue their shutout that they've kept all game so far. Clock continues to run as the Chargers look to continue pushing downfield and get their first score of the game. Got one running back in the backfield, movement across. Oh, the end around is fumbled. And he's brought down the backfield by number 42,
Mason
Robinson.
Mason Robinson making a couple plays out here tonight.
That end around was to number 4, Dason Shell. He lost the ball there on the transfer from quarterback Sean Thompson. And he managed to come up with it, but he was brought down quickly by number 42, Mason Robinson. That's going to be a loss of 6 yards there. 3rd and 8 for the Chargers from the Eagles' 42-yard line.
3rd and 8 for the Chargers.
Empty
formation.
backfield here for Thompson. He's got 3 receivers to the right, 2 to the left, obviously passing here. Pass is incomplete, intended for number 8, Kyrie Elliott. He's trying to get that slant again, but the pass was low. Elliott couldn't come up with it, but it wouldn't have mattered because he was still 4 yards short of that first down.
Let's see what Green Street Academy tries to do here.
Yep, they're moving along that drive, but their momentum was killed by that fumbled end around. It's going to be 4th and 8 now. Got to convert this if they want to be able to score.
Looks like they are going to go for it.
They are going to go for it. Clock's still ticking. Only 7 minutes left in this fourth quarter. Obviously, the second half has gone by much faster than that atrocious first half for the Chargers. Thompson lines up in the shotgun. They're using the empty backfield set again. Obviously, passing on this 4th down and long. He's
Looks
looking
to pass.
downfield. Oh, great catch by number 8 there. Kyrie Elliott, the intended target on that last pass. Thompson was thrown into traffic there, found his man, managed to jump up and come down with that ball. It's a highlight of the day for the Chargers.
It's probably better for the Eagles. Keeps the Green Street drive moving.
Keeps that clock running.
A touchdown isn't going to affect the mercy rule.
Yep. In no danger of losing that 54-point lead with only 6 minutes left in the fourth quarter. It's going to be 1st and 10 for the Chargers from the Eagles' 29-yard line.
Let's see what the Chargers do.
Thompson lines up in the shotgun. He's got 1 running back in the backfield, 2 receivers to the right and left. Oh, snap is fumbled by Thompson, manages to keep it. He rolls to the right and throws away as he was under pressure by number 50, DJ McEwen.
Another name, another junior guy.
Intentional grounding.
Follow at
Oh,
DJ's
and that will be an
Destiny.
intentional grounding there for, intentional grounding flag there on quarterback Sean Thompson, number 3 for the Chargers. That'll back him up an extra 10 yards.
5:26, 5:25. Almost under 5 minutes left. This will definitely be the last Green Street drive.
Oh, Green Street's backed up even further. They've moved back 20 yards.
I don't know what just happened. It's
I
54
believe
nothing.
I saw him motion. I saw the referee motion for, I believe, a 12-man on the field. I'm not sure
So
how
they're-
those penalties stacked, but they're
going
kept
from
to-
about the 50 to about the 20. So
it's gonna be
Like
it's
second and
down. It's
28
second
or
down
something like
and
that.
second down and 28 for the Chargers. Not
Ugh.
sure exactly what happened there, but those penalties absolutely
keep
killed the
getting-
momentum of that drive.
keep getting the penalties.
Yep, the clock continued to run as the referees debated those penalties. Thompson keeps the ball out of the shotgun, gets a run up the middle. That's going to be a gain of 5 yards there. However, it is still going to be 3rd down and 24.
I think if the Eagles get the ball back, they're just going to call it the game. With it this close to being over,
Well, they still have to play it out, I believe.
it's going to be a nice victory for the McDonogh Eagles today. Dominant victory. Green Street Academy. Wish them the best of luck with the rest of their season.
Yeah, they came here to compete, but unfortunately, the Eagles just kind of outskilled them there.
They were bigger, they were faster, they were stronger. Just the story of the game. Nothing went right for Green Street. Everything went right for McDonogh.
Oh, the fake end around there for
Ooh.
number 2. He's to the 10, he's to the 5. Touchdown, Chargers. That was number 2, Chris Butler on the carry. Gotta love how the Chargers, they're down by 54. They're still bringing their all on every play. That fake end around tricked the Eagles defense, and Chris Butler showed off his blazing speed there for the Chargers.
Now they ran that double pitch end around and gave it to the guy. This time
They did that fake.
they don't give it to the guy. And number 2, their most electric player, he's actually played really well this game. I'll
Yep.
give it to them. He's been their player of the game. He will get in for the score. And Green Street will avoid the shutout. The clock's still running down.
Green Street's going for 2. Scores 54-6. Thompson lines up under center. We got 2 running backs in the backfield. They'll now switch into that I formation. Looks like they're going to try and stuff it up the middle with a run. The fullback and the running back. Oh, he fakes the handoff, rolls out. Oh, the pass is dropped for the 2-point conversion. That was a great play-action pass there by the Chargers. Had a wide-open man in the end zone. Throw was a little high. That was the receiver. I believe Cameron Richardson, number 11, couldn't manage to come down with it. Score is Eagles 54, Chargers 6.
We got to start the game off with a kickoff, and now we're going to end with a Green Street kickoff. Now we're going to get the end the game with a Green Street
Green
kickoff.
Street kickoff. There we go. Runner almost made it.
A lot of words. It's 54-6.
It is 54-6 in your defense. Clock continued to run through that extra point and all that stoppage time. Continues to run while Green Street sets up for the kickoff. Only got 2 minutes and 15 seconds left in the game. Looks like this will be the last possession for the Eagles. They'll run the ball a few times, run that clock out, and we'll all head home.
Now, every game that we've streamed so far has been a mercy rule victory, but next week should be the first
Yeah.
real competition for the Eagles
Got
in Calvert
conference
Hall.
play starting. Got a really serious game against a talented Calvert Hall team, also undefeated so far, unless they lost to MSJ today. We're not sure the results of that game yet.
Against Jordan McNair Knight. It's going to be a great game, honoring him and his legacy.
Good kick there for the Chargers. They're going to let it bounce out of bounds,
Smart
which is
play.
a penalty. Smart play there. That was number 13,
That's
Eric Pearl, the
Pearl
freshman. Yeah.
Showing some football knowledge right
showed
there.
off more knowledge than your typical freshman there. Let that ball bounce out of bounds. I believe that sets the ball up at the 45, if I'm correct.
And clock's just going to keep rolling. It's about a minute left. Eagles, I'm not even sure they'll run a play. They'll probably just go kneel it out for one play, and that will be game.
Sorry, that'll set the ball up. 1st and 10 for the Eagles at their own 35-yard line. They will have to run one, possibly two more plays here. Yep, that'll actually be one. They'll only have to run one more play, I believe. Going to let that play clock run down, kneel down the ball. They are in victory formation here at the end of the day.
Your final score will end up being 54-6, Eagles over Chargers. Again, tune in next week. Great game.
Yep.
McDonogh, Calvert Hall.
Huge
Important game. We're going to see the best of them. Preston will throw more than one pass.
Yeah.
Giovanni will play more than one
We know
drive.
it has not been thrilling football so far this year for the Eagles, but
We will see a good
we'll
game
have a huge
next
game
week.
next year. Thank you for watching with us at the McDonogh Press Box. Your final score is Eagles 54 and Green Street Chargers 6. I'm Jack McKinnell.
I'm Noah Renner.
And we will return next week with Eagles versus Calvert Hall. Thank you for watching.